explaining and reading computer science jokes. And I did not steal these from Reddit or the internet at all. I came up with these all originally. Just kidding, I stole them. I mean borrowed. Okay, the first one. I would tell you a UDP joke, but you might not get it. Do you guys get it? Okay, the joke is because with internet protocols, there's TCP and UDP. UDP is when the sender, it just sends the packet without confirming that it got delivered. So that's why the joke says you might not get it, because with UDP it doesn't confirm that the packet was received. But with TCP, you have what's called a three-way handshake, and the receiver of the packet confirms to the sender that the packet was received. So yeah, that's the joke. Next one. How many computer programmers does it take to change a light bulb? None. That's hardware problem. Okay, this joke is because programmers deal with software and not hardware. I don't know, but with some programmers, they know nothing about hardware, and it's kind of funny. Okay, next joke. A programmer is at work and his wife calls and asks him to go to the store. She says she needs a gallon of milk, and if they have fresh eggs, buy a dozen. He comes home with 12 gallons of milk. Okay, so with this one, it's an if-then statement. So, where's the if-then else? Yeah, it's if-then. So with an if-then statement, if a condition is met, then you do the action. So the action that she gave him was to buy a gallon of milk. And then the if-then statement is, if they have fresh eggs, which the grocery store had, then he would buy a dozen gallons of milk. And that's why he comes home with 12 gallons of milk. Get it? Okay, next joke. Why did C++ decide not to go out with C? Because quite frankly, C has no class. Okay. So, this joke. So, the punchline where it says C has no class is because C, I'm pretty sure, yeah, C came out before C++. And the C programming language is uses interpreters and headers, or is it headers? I don't know. I only know C++. But C doesn't have class files. But with C++, you can have class files. Yeah. That's the joke. Why was the new band 1023 megabytes extremely sad? Because since their formation, they haven't had a gig yet. This is kind of like a dad joke, kind of. But it's because they're 1 megabyte shy from a gigabyte. Because 1 gigabyte is, well, it's a controversial topic, but a gigabyte is 1024 1024 megabytes. Some people say it's 1,000 megabytes, but yeah. And since they haven't reached 1024 megabytes yet, they haven't reached a gig, and that's the punchline of the joke. This one's kind of funny. Okay, next joke. What is it called when a computer programmers taunt and make fun of each other on social media? It's called Wait, it's called cyberbullying. Get it? Bullying? The joke here is that a boolean is a true and false variable. Isn't? Yeah, pretty sure. And then it's kind of like a play on words because it says they're making fun of each other on social media. So it's supposed to be cyberbullying, but you know, it's a play on words. It's kind of like a pun. And boolean is a true-false variable, or on-off variable. Okay, next joke. Why was a computer scientist very upset when his computer got affected by a virus? Because it was a terminal illness. This one's a decent joke. But it's just a reference to the terminal. Like, would you... I don't know if you'd classify command prompt as a terminal. Maybe PowerShell is a terminal. But with like Linux and Unix-based operating systems, you'd have a terminal. Maybe, yeah, even in the olden days, computers would be used via terminal. So that's where the joke comes from. A command line. Okay. What's the object-oriented way to become wealthy? Inheritance. So the joke here is with object-oriented programming. Objects inherit, what's it called? Characteristics. So you might have like a dog, and then you can change like the dog's hair color as a variable. So you would change that variable to a color value. So you could have a blue dog or a red dog, but they're still under the same class of dog. It's the same object. I think I have that right. Okay. The last joke. Why do Java programmers have to wear glasses? Because they don't see sharp. This is just another play on words. Or pun. It's a joke saying they can't see, like SEE, clearly. Yeah, that's a joke. Okay. Do you find these jokes funny? Probably not. No, I've one thing to say. A joke is like a frog. When you dissect it, you learn more about it, but in the process you kill it. Okay. That's it.